Story, page 40. So this is from the Reacting to Challenges section. Sorry. Okay. Can everyone hear me? Should I stand? Okay. It's called Saying Yes and to the Worst. I saw the tears in Eli's eyes and the quickness of his breath. I observed the panic attack beginning, and I knew that how I reacted and the words I used would be essential to helping my struggling son continue during his bar mitzvah. What I didn't realize at the moment was how everything I said and did was being experienced in real time by over 100 Zoom participants because I was mic'd up. How had we gotten to the moment where I was ready to call it if need be and stop the bar mitzvah before it had even begun? For starters, it was April 2021 during the COVID pandemic. Eli's bar mitzvah was one of the first services to be held inside our temple. A total of 15 people were there in person, including Benji. Were you there? All masked up while everyone else from the community and our friends and family were on Zoom. The first issue for Eli was that while his dad, brother, and I had been recently vaccinated, Eli had not yet had the jab. He was nervous about being in the same room with people other than our immediate family. Fear of getting COVID, coupled with terrible seasonal allergies and the stuttering he struggled with on a daily basis, had Eli already at a high anxiety level. He started off fine when he did his opening prayer from a printout, but then when he opened the Torah, he could not find where his portion began. Normally, the rabbi would have been right next to him, but because of social distancing, she was on the other side of the platform. As Eli began to panic, I rubbed his back and I told him he was totally fine. When the rabbi came over and showed him where to start, he tried to speak, but he could not through his sobs. At this point, tears were falling from my eyes as well. Seeing your child in pain is heart-wrenching, and Eli's struggle happening in public made it even worse. I knew at that moment I needed to pull him off the bima and be comfortable with him never going back. We brought Eli to the seating area and tried to calm him down. I gave him water and tissues and helped him with deep breathing exercises. My husband David told him self-deprecating stories about times he messed up, which made Eli laugh out loud. I also told Eli that he was 100% in control of his next move and whether he wanted to continue with the service or not. All of a sudden, Eli announced, "I'm ready." He went back up to the bima and absolutely killed it without missing a beat. In the car on the way home, I read some of the feedback I had received via text aloud. Eli was inspirational. I was really overwhelmed by his grit. He had an awesome comeback, which shows real perseverance. Then I asked Eli if he was as proud of himself as we were. "No," he responded. "For over a year, my biggest fear was that I would be up in the bima and not be able to do it. Then my nightmare actually came true, and all I could think of was everyone was watching me cry." Hearing Eli's no made me remember the yes and concept from improvisation, which encourages people to accept and embrace what someone has said and then expand on that line of thinking instead of saying no and here where my ideas are better. So I told Eli, "Yes, your worst nightmare came true. And yes, it was very embarrassing. And everything still turned out okay." Reframing the bar mitzvah this way helped Eli view what happened in a more positive light and appreciate his own ability to confront and successfully move past a really challenging situation. He felt even better months later when he learned that his friend, who had his own bar mitzvah anxiety attack, had told his mom, "I knew I could do it because of how well Eli came back after he had trouble." This experience has had a big ripple effects for me, changing my outlook on New Year's resolutions. Instead of focusing on a set of goals each year, I'm going to remember when challenges occur to allow myself to pause, regroup, and whenever possible, face whatever has to come with a yes and. I will also continue to be inspired by how Eli struggled during the Torah portion, how my husband and I reacted by staying calm and prioritizing his well-being, and how Eli was able to come back stronger than before and become a leader to others. it now says we could have more breaks or buying books. Or we could do read more or the next exercise.
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's do the exercise. Okay. So I knew someone would tell me what to do. Can everybody see the poster up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason that I wanted to do a personal values exercise and why it's so important to me, and I speak about it a lot, is because for me, when I did this exercise originally in 2020 and continue to do it, it's something when you choose it that can evolve, is everything I talk about in my transformation had to do with me changing my values. Originally, my values when I picked it was being very detail organized and productive, and even like I said leadership because had been leading for years then. But then I thought about all the things that I said what I wanted to do: write, speak in public, change my title. I was still director of operations at the time, and I was like, I've had these values forever, and they're not making me change. So what I did was I changed my value to courage. And then every single time I made a decision in my life, I said, is this scaring the shit out of me? Or is this just too, or am I comfortable? And if I was just doing something that made me feel comfortable, I knew that I had to push myself. So I've tried to live courage. It's in the title of the book. Finding the courage to tell yours, because really, I actually think that sharing your stories, and Laura started it, is the bravest thing you can do. Not only are you opening yourself up and being reflective, but you're putting your own fears out in the world, and then you're either having people judge you, which happens, or in an even better way is they come to you and they say thank you. I've had the same experience, and you made me feel not alone. And they also say, now, I actually want to tell you my story. So that's part of what I love now is actually people that I'm just meeting through work, and they hear about my book and they're like, I've been writing this book forever. Can I send you a chapter? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. Soon I'll have to start charging people, but people have been, reading, just saying I've never been brave enough to share it. Just sharing it with you is the start. So I thought that we could everyone has journals and pens, and take a couple of minutes. If you're at my book launch and you already picked one, you can think about if you want to do the same one, but I'm going to make it easier because I know everyone is like, oh, there's so many words here, Michelle. So pick 3. And I'm going to give a couple of minutes to do it.
So you pick 3
3 values that you think embody you. You can stop filming.
Okay.